Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good afternoon everybody. I want to try and get back into the routine I had before I got into this cycle of harassment and bullying. So we're going to try, hopefully after this video or maybe another one. So I have just come back from a walk with my dog Max. Max is a Chihuahua. I live in Rochester. Good afternoon everybody. I hope your day has been peaceful. So this morning I got up and at 5:28 Clark's builders were working on the corner of where I was living, and there was some heavy drilling going on and it was noisy and it was scraping my teeth and making me feel a bit on edge. I went out, I took Max, I managed to take Max out for a walk by myself and we went onto the field and we had a decent walk. Then I came home and I went into the co-op by myself. I've been keeping a low profile. I don't like loads of people. I don't like being the centre of attention. I actually like being on my own in my flats. So I'm keeping a low profile. I went into the co-op, I grabbed a black basket, I got my bits. I might read a bit of Romeo and Juliet out later on. And I got dictionary of difficult words. And I went into the co-op, and gang stalkers not only use noise harassment, light harassment, headlights flashing in your eyes, smoking to make you feel sick, visual stimuli, clothing, mimicking, reminding you of members of your family here in the present and the past and family that's dead. They like to drag you into the dirt. They want you outside, with nothing in the gutter, right? They want to hide what they've been doing and get away with it and make everyone turn on you. And you have to be really strong, because if you lose it, then you could lose everything. So I try to ignore it. There are times that I feel snappy and I'll just shout something out because it's driving me mad. So you've got to understand the history that this been going on for over 20 years with me. I've got dating messages from 2015, 14, 16, 17, 18, same numbers, same messages, same content. It's repeated, it's all repeated over and over again. They're not real profiles, they're not real people. They're gang stalkers, they're harassers, they're cyber bullies, right? There ain't no man out there. They're just somebody that wants to snoop, keep a hold of your number, talk to you so they know where you are, what you're doing, what your next move is. Otherwise they have to keep eavesdropping or following you about, either online or off. It's probably costing them a fortune. So I went into the co-op, and written on this trolley in black letters is big, B-I-G. Yeah, big. Charlie goes in there. That guy that harassed me on the Rochester Riverside field. I don't care if he's big or he's small. I don't want him. Right? So I got my shopping. A foreign lady served me. She put my shopping into bags. I went out and I came back home. Normally, that is enough to make me feel better, to de-stress, but it hasn't. I feel stressed to the max. The guy upstairs has been in since Thursday afternoon around 4 o'clock-ish, and on and off we are getting loud bangs and thuds which makes me jump out of my skin. And it makes me think it's deliberate. If it's not, I apologise, but to me it's being done deliberately to cause a reaction. Maybe to make me go outside, make me do something silly. I don't know. I'm sick of it. It's been going on for over 4 years and I've had enough. So I had a shower. Max had a bath. All I've had for lunch is a chicken roll. So I'm going to cook myself something in a minute. Because when you're stressed out, you don't feel like eating. As I found out in Gloucestershire, I shrunk nearly 2 stone. With all the harassment that was going up on there, I lost weight rapidly. I also didn't have any money to buy food with. It's a terrible time. So, around 2 o'clock, I take my dog Max out for a walk, and there's like a pit in my stomach, yeah? Right? The post lady arrived with her trolley down the road, and she was dressed up like an Australian. She had a silver Australian hat without the corks on, red like socks or pop socks, a pair of boys' shorts with red pop socks on, and an orange postman's jacket. And how she was carrying the weight of her clothing, pushing that trolley and all these parcels, I don't know, but she does. And she's in her 60s, Hazel is, pushing the trolley by herself and carrying all these parcels. And she's retiring soon. So I went downstairs with Max about 5 to 2, and I just checked the mailbox. Nothing for me. Now you've got to listen and remember Dude 13's message to me, Crystal, right? And he was talking to me, Dude 13, about African men contacting me whilst I was on a live stream, right? The advice to me has been not to answer Dude 13 back, not to answer him at all, just to block it and not speak to these people. And that's what I'm going to do. Because they're being a nuisance, they're causing me distress, and they're harassing me and taking the mickey, right? And the amount of Richards that have been subscribing to my YouTube and my TikTok. Richard. And my name is Crystal, by the way. So I intend to get a police investigation started. So I'm going to go through as many YouTube subscribers as I can, as many TikTok subscribers I can, screenshot and go through their profiles. Right? Because I am being targeted and harassed, and it's making my life a misery. So, good morning, Crystal. Hope you and Max are doing okay. I've not been on here much recently, so I've missed your live streams. This is Dude 13 today at 7:28 a.m. I do hope they have been good streams and not stressful and full of begging African men. Begging African men. So what happens when I go downstairs? There's 3 parcels on the floor. And I told you that I thought some of the neighbours were coming into my live streams, didn't I? We've got a parcel for the lady next door. We've got a parcel for Chris. And we've got a parcel for Trawally, which is a black person's name. Trawally. 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 I just want whoever's doing this to me to be locked up. The amount of distress that I have been suffering over the past few years is unbelievable. So, with the help of somebody, we're going to go through who's subscribing to my channel and if there's a link between any of them and where they're coming from. There's a Scottish link in some of it, Scotland. I know that. I'm going to get some help, and we're going to try and see if there's a link to all this bullying and harassment. I'm not live streaming anymore. And we know some of the neighbours have been coming into the live stream, but I've got to prove it. let's put it this way, some people in this building and the next ones. Just got to prove it. So I didn't go anywhere near the parcels. They're not for me. I walked past the parcels and I walked around the block. I just casually walked around the block, and it was starting to rain. It was spitting with rain, right? And I'm dreading coming back home because of this on my ceiling. I'm dreading it. Every time they're up there, I'm dreading coming home. So everything is being timed, dated and screenshotted, and everything that's happening to me, and there's no action by the housing or the police. It's all being noted down. There must be someone higher up I can go to, because nobody is listening to me, and they're leaving me in this anxious, distressed state. And I'm not prepared to go through what I went through in 2020, 21 and 22. So if that starts again, I'm going to nip that in the effing bud. No one bullies me to the extent that I feel that I can't go outside my flat. So we went for a small casual walk, and normally I get relaxed. I'll go on the little gym machines up there, but I feel so stressed out I can't do anything. Just walking around like a zombie, wishing this would stop. That's my life as of Friday afternoon. My son is away. My son's been trying to help me, but he can't take all this on his shoulders on his own. I will go through some of my subscribers, shall I? Do you all want to see what's been subscribing to my YouTube channel? Because it's a shock. So if you want to find out who your subscribers are, you click on your profile. Fast Dying 93 subscribe to my channel. Tanner Parsons is a public subscriber. Tells you who they are. Joined 9 years ago. He's got 69 subscribers. Tanner Parsons. Let's go through some of them. Sean Rajan joined 17 years ago. Sean Rajan, Ragan. Sharon Fox joined 11 years ago. Bev, 7 months ago. I would say at least 1,000 of these are fake profiles. They've got hardly any subscribers or any content. Toodles Animations. Richard Cowlishaw. Richard Cowlishaw. Richard Cowlishaw. Joined 13 years ago. Ian Bidmead joined 16 years ago. This is how long I've been on YouTube, guys. Someone joining 16 years ago. 16. Ouija Boy, 18 years ago. Stephanie Louise Coley, Colley. Stephanie Louise Coley joined 2 years ago. Coley. Well, I know someone with the name Coley. I'm going through every one of these. Graham Herbert Joined 2 years ago. Kill me. I mean, who subscribes to your channel is Kill Me. Kill Me joined 2 years ago. 8 subscribers. Kill Me. Kill. Kill Me. Terry Bishop. 16 years ago. Guys, you've got to be careful. You don't know who's following you. You don't. Could be a serial killer. You don't know who these people are. You don't realise how dangerous social media is. I'm just being very careful now. Very careful. New subscribers get screenshotted and their content as well. And all put in a little book. So from now on, every subscriber on my TikTok and YouTube is going to get written down. The date, the time they subscribed, their content, where they're from and everything is going to get written down. This is organised gang stalking, organised harassment, and nobody tells me what to do. Nobody. If you want someone to do something, ask them politely, right? Because whoever this is going to get put in a jail cell because I'm going to keep pushing until they do, and whoever's with them doing it. They're not asking me how am I to be nice. I'll get a barrage of thumping on the ceiling, which there is a connection with up there and what's going on. Because why are people asking me how I am when they're up there? They don't bother when they're not. And then I get a load of thumping on the bloody ceiling. And there is a connection. So I'm screenshotting that, trying to get that noise on my phone. Otherwise I'm going to have to get a microphone. Are you telling me the police can't see a connection? Because I can already. I've been seeing a connection for the past 5 years. Especially when I texted Hyde Housing for help and support about 3 years ago. And I get a message, and I don't know how it happens, but it came back as Hyde Housing. And they said, why don't you fuck off and dye your old bag? It had a Hyde Housing at the top. And told me I need to go in a care home, and why don't I fuck off and dye my old bag? I should have given that to the police, because if that was a legitimate message from Hyde Housing, that was disgusting.